All right, Knights of Apollo, or should I say Samurai of Apollo, because today we are playing Total War Shogun 2, and this is our very first pros versus noobs matchup. Now, to be completely transparent, the person who submitted this replay, he described it as pros versus average players, but just for categorical convenience, we're going to refer to them as the noobs, but it has the same concept. You have better players taking on weaker players, and the weaker players have an advantage in numbers. So in this matchup, we have 3 noob armies, and they do have some special rules. They are not allowed to bring Fall of the Samurai armies, so no guns, no more modern weaponry. 5 max units of swords per player, so only 5 swords, but they are allowed to bring spears, and no artillery. That's it. Now for the pros, there are only 2 players, so they're outnumbered by an entire army. They are allowed to bring the Fall of the Samurai army. They are not allowed to bring any mounted guns. They can have 8 max units of range per player, so they could have up to 16 units of skirmishers total, but I don't think they're actually bringing that many. So now let's look at the players in the factions, and just to be clear, this is Avatar Conquest, so these are all custom factions. So what I'll do is just give you the player name and briefly describe their army. Starting with the noobs, we have a green and red army led by Strategy Master of Multiverse. But he's bringing some Yari Samurai. The heart of his army is Yari Ashigaru. So he's got a lot of spears that he's going to have on the battlefield. And he also has some cav as well. Next, we have a white and greenish army led by Yo Action. And he is bringing some Naginata attendants, some Yari Samurai, and some Nodachi Samurai. And for the final noob army, we've got H Thrasher 05 leading a red and black army. He's got a nice even spread of units, some Yari Samurai, some Warrior Nuns. That's most of his infantry. He's got some Bow Samurai to help from afar. And for Cav, he's got some Naginata Warrior Monk Cav. Now looking at the pros, we've got the Fall of the Samurai army led by Fred 2. Now he's bringing a lot of Black Tortoise force, and he also has some Tosa rifles as well, but he also has some Katana Kachi for his infantry, and let's not forget, he's got the artillery, some Parrot guns. And last and certainly not least, we got our final player here. The last pro player goes by LeBurn, and he's bringing an older style, so not Fall of the Samurai, and he's bringing a lot of Ashigaru. He's got Bow Ashigaru. He's got some Yari Ashigaru, some Lone Sword Ashigaru. So he's definitely going for numbers. All right, guys, those are the armies and player names. But before we jump in honor of Japanese culture, I wrote a little haiku for you guys. A golden leaf falls in the shape of a play button. Subscribe to Apollo. All right, guys, I knew you'd enjoy that, but real talk, I do love haikus. It's one of my favorite genres of poetry, so I can't recommend enough of haikus. If you ever have time, read them. They're fun. But anyways, okay, enough of that. Let's jump into the battle. Oh, and one more thing. If you ever get confused, because there's a lot of colors and similar looking units fighting on who's who, like who's the noobs, who's the pros, just check out the mini-map. The red squares represent the pros, and the blue squares represent the noobs. All right, guys, here we go. Battle underway. And just look how beautiful Shogun 2 is. It really does capture the beauty of Japan. Such a fascinating history and people, and just this, especially this time period, this feudal Japan time period, the aesthetic is unmatched. It is so cool. They have this beautiful, unique aesthetic and culture. So very excited to see this battle unravel. And let's just see what the noobs, and I know they're referred to average players, but I'm just going to refer to them as noobs just to make it easier and less, because I don't want to go back and forth like the average team, the noob team. I'll just stick with noobs. It works, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But let's look at the initial layout of this battle. I'm going to start with doing a little slow motion because these battles are extremely fast. So the noobs are going heavy on the right side. We got 2 armies that are pushing aggressively here. So they might be going in with a lot of infantry. I think we have a lot of Yari Ashigaru, so Yari Ashigaru, very good at forming spear wall and kind of being that phalanx of the Japanese world. So he's going to move up these Yari Ashigaru, I imagine, and make a solid infantry wall. He does have a lot of cav as well, so the cav could be a potential threat. Maybe he'll set up the wall of Yari Ashigaru and then charge the cav. There's a lot of different options here, but they're definitely going heavy with the infantry. Over here, this is going to be tricky for this player. This is the red noob player. Red based upon, not the minimap, but based on their colors here. He's going to have to kind of fight alone. We'll see what he does here. But yeah, this is definitely going to be challenging. Maybe he's just going to distract while these guys push in. And for the pros, I think they're going to go with more of a defensive strategy. I think obviously being able to bring a lot of skirmishers, they're going to be able to kind of sit back and try to kill from afar. But this army here, the red noob or pro army, let's see, it's LeBurn. He has a lot of infantry, so he might be going infantry heavy, and then his ally, who is Fred 2, he might be going with more of the guns, more of the archer support. We'll see. Let's do normal speed though. Right out of the gate, we've got 3 units of cav pushing hard on the flank. This is the noobs here. The Great Guard, excellent cav. And they are a threat to, they are a force to be reckoned with. They also have the general, which is an interesting play there. You don't want to lose the general too early. Definitely could cause some morale issues for your force, but we'll see what he does here. Maybe he's just doing a little bit of scouting. Maybe he's just trying to make the pro player feel a little uncomfortable. Oh, we've got hidden units. Are they going to fight here? Yari Cav. Oh, and what is that, artillery? So he does catch him by surprise. That is unfortunate. An ambush has been unleashed. And now we've got the Great Guard in trouble. Now they should handle the Yari Cav, but there's more and more reinforcements coming around, and it looks like they're going to flank. Yep, they're going to flank and just totally obliterate this deadly force of cav. So this is a nice start for the pros in trying to overcome such a huge disadvantage. We got artillery up here. What is the artillery from? I'm seeing explosions. I mean, I don't know. Oh, is this it? Oh, the artillery's right here. And they're, wow, what an awkward angle. But they're going for the artillery right out of the gate. That is actually kind of surprising that the pros didn't have a unit dedicated to defending the artillery. Maybe they just assumed that there's no way they'd catch them by surprise. And now we got the general for the fall of the samurai pro army. Oh! Oh! That's gnarly. And then we've got support from the katana cav. All right, let's do some slow motion. Let's analyze here the battlefield so far. It does look like there were some casualties here from the cav. Is there a cav unit? Oh, I think there was a cav unit from the pros over here. They must have charged them up into the forest there. So that's interesting. But other than that, I don't think there's anything major happening, minus the big cav brawl and unfortunate defeat of the Great Guard, which is a great unit. They've got great in the name. But yeah, they got caught out. They got ambushed, and it doesn't matter how skilled or great you are. If you're caught with your guard down, it's going to be tough for you to fight your way out of that. We do have green. This is a noob army pushing again with some cav. I think he was trying to sneak them into the forest while the pros were busy dealing with that initial cav charge. So maybe he was able to sneak in here and get behind the pros. We'll see. Let's head over this way where we've got cav, a big cav charge coming in from the noobs and actually getting the guns by surprise. So no surprise here that the cav has been absolutely critical for this battle for both sides, really. And I love how aggressive the noobs are being, because they're trying to, you got to use your strength. You can't be too passive. You got to be aggressive because you do have the numbers. You can afford to take some casualties, but man, that is a tragic loss for these guns that I don't think has any kills. If they do, it's very few kills. But the cav, they can't get too aggressive here. But while that's going on, we've got cav. There's that hidden cav from the pros, they were able to sneak in the back lines. I don't think they did that much damage, though. They were able to sneak in the back lines. The archers trying to fire at their backs as we speak. I think they should recover. I think they'll come back to the battle. So something to look out for. But they did do a little charge. And I don't know. I see mostly dead calves. So, or did they go for the general? Oh, they might have gone for the general. Man, it's tough, guys. It's tough to cover all these moving pieces. Oh, yeah, they're going for this general right here. But I think they're going to get out of there. They just got to keep running, keep moving. This is a major part. Okay, yeah, I think he's going to peel away. Anyways, let's do some slow motion again and see what's happening here because things are picking up. We've got a unit of Katana Kachi. It's a special veteran unit called the Greens. But yeah, he is holding back some Yari Samurai. But they also have some guns firing where they can and some bows, some arrows coming in. And that is definitely going to give them the advantage against these Yari Samurai. Back over this way, the Cav is still pushing forward. Initially, this Cav charge was pretty good. It got those guns by surprise. But now they're in a tough fight against Spear Levy, which obviously, as you know, Cav, you don't want to charge into spears. But he needs to get them out of there. He can't get too greedy. And also, we've got guns and some bows here, some bow Ashigaru, kind of helping out. Oh, that is nasty. Just firing right over the heads of this Spear Levy and just going after the bigger target, which of course is the horses. I mean, you're a bigger target. You're sitting on a big horse. So naturally, the arrows are going to be able to easily find you. So yeah, really good combination of arms here from the pros. Now, while that's going on, let's see what's happening here. Is Green move forward? The Noob Green team? Nope, he's still chilling over here, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Over on this side, look at the carnage that happened here. All that remains is just corpses and of humans and horses. But now we've got Red charging in. Check this out. Oh, because Green is kind of flanking the fall of the... Look at this. A massive amount of arrows. They're just going to obliterate this Yari Kachi. They stand no chance. They might break in return, but this seems a bit overkill. But as a noob player, you'll take any way you can kill a unit because their units are limited. They have a smaller force, but they're charging in. Oh, check this out. Check this battle line out. This is, like I said, we're going to have a Yari Ashigaru line battle. Oh, man. And then, oh, is artillery still active? I saw artillery just go off there in the back lines. And now the Yari Ashigaru is colliding with the noob Yari Ashigaru. A spear wall battle that would be absolutely just brutal to be a part of. They're fighting under these beautiful trees that they will soon fertilize with their corpse. And now reinforcements are coming in. All right, let's do some slow motion here because there's a lot going on. I feel like we might see this Cav unit get called into action. We do have, let's see, is this the artillery? Yes, but I am seeing artillery still firing. So I wonder, yes, they still have it active. That's huge for the pros. They're going to be able to do some long-range damage. Well, let's head back over to this main fight over here where, unfortunately, for the noob team, remember, this was basically a 1v1. He is getting chipped away. He's disintegrating through this fall of the samurai army thanks to all the guns, but you can see a massive break. This Cav has returned at a critical moment. So even though they're not super strong and healthy, they've lost a lot. They have returned and charged at a very, like I said, critical moment in crushing the foot samurai. This is a unit you do not want to lose to Cav. And then we got a general with some guns trying to help him from afar. They're like, leave him alone. But yeah, I don't think this Cav will last much longer. But still, they got in there and did some damage at a critical moment. So that was huge. Let's head back over this way. Red, the pro player, flanking around with Cav. That means this Cav is occupied. That will free up this noob Cav that's hidden, waiting to strike. And then the fall of the samurai, since he has less forces to deal with, he's kind of defeating the main player he was up against. He's now flanking with Katana Kachi. So he's catching green out of position, so focused on dealing with red. And white, the white army here needs to charge forward. They've got plenty of infantry to help out, but they're going to charge right into some red bear infantry. This is not good for the noobs. They're getting hit hard from Cav. They're getting hit by guns. They've lost the main infantry fight over here, but look at this, guys. The hidden Cav waiting to strike. Let's see if they can get a critical charge here. This is huge. This is a lot of fun here. They're going for the general, who's going to run out of there just in time. And oh no. This Cav charges into some Yari Ashigaru, which they could break him, but now the general is going to turn around now that the battle turns into his favor. He's going to turn. Oh, wait. He's just going to do a little hit and run. And now we've got some Black Tortoise force. Okay, good. Very good. The noobs are going for the much more vulnerable target to Cav. Instead of fighting Yari Ashigaru. Again, let's do some slow motion here because a lot is happening at once. We've got red charging into white's reinforcements army. We've got red still pursuing. Yeah, he's pursuing what's left of these armies. The fall of the samurai pro player is sitting back, firing, supporting where he can. And they're actually even pushing up some red bear infantry against this general. So maybe they can catch him in gunfire, or the generals. Yeah, smart move. Just charge in. Look at this beautiful charge here. Boom. Excellent battle so far. And look who's making a little bit of a comeback here. The red noob player here. He is consolidating his forces. He has lost a lot, but he has enough here to make a difference. And now that the fall of the samurai army is focused on helping his ally, this is a time to regroup and strike again. We'll see what happens there. But let's get into the meat of the battle, which would be over here. Do some normal speed. Enjoy this cinematic slaughter. Remember, blue and red here, they're working together, taking on the white army. White over here looks pretty strong, though. They've got, unless this is, oh, okay, I see. They're all white units. It's deceiving. Red actually, the pros might, yeah, with the Cav charge coming in there, red's got this under control. So the pros have kind of handled this situation. It's all going to come down to, I think, this force here. If they can clean up this fall of the samurai army, if they can clean them up here, regroup. Let's see, they're taking out these, let's see, oh, where are these guys shooting at? Oh, they're shooting at a breaking unit. This is a micro mistake for the pros for sure, because these guys are getting shot in the back by the archers. Good job from the noobs. You can't panic here. You got to regroup. It's not over yet. Sure, there's a lot of units breaking, but it's not over yet. We got archers trying to create distance between them and the enemy infantry. The Yari Ashigaru catches them by surprise, but he's going to keep retreating, regrouping. And this is, oh, look at this little Cav fight over here. General v. General, both depleted, both tired. We'll see who takes out the other, but I don't know. Oh, wait, here comes some support. Oh, no, that's just the avatar. Okay, they're just spread out. And I think we have a death of a general. And, yeah, they are cleaning up, guys. And, oh, he's trying to get some last-minute strikes. Come on. Oh, man, I don't know. Is it better to just stand and fight? It might be, but he's going to keep running. He's going to keep avoiding close combat, which honestly is for the best. As long as, well, I don't know. It might be better for him to just stay and fight and kill as many as possible. But this is turning out to be an interesting development because it's going to come down to one side to the other. We've got, oh, the artillery is still active. I don't know, guys. I think, look at the balance of power. It's even. After so much carnage, the pro players have equalized this battle. They have turned the battle to a more fair fight, but it's still not over because morale has been shattered. Many troops have broken, have come back. All it takes is one good volley. It could break an entire army. But like this, for example, he's using this fire arrows to break the morale, the spirit of these Yari Ashigaru. And they've got some archers kind of slowing them down. Oh, there we go. There we go. They're breaking them. These guys got to fire like crazy, but I think this is it. Yeah, this is basically it for the, the balance of power is looking pretty good for the noobs. Now that I'm looking at things, it looks like the pros are going to take this one. But this was a lot of fun so far. I don't want to say it's over yet, but we'll see what happens here. I just think with the artillery that's about to fire on this blob of archers, I mean, just wait, guys. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the perspective of these archers. He might just be charging in as a last minute, just hurrah. Oh yeah, there's nothing he can do. He's gonna get gunned down. He's trying though. Oh, he's getting in range of the guns. Okay, he could. I mean, there's not that many guns. He could break them. Oh no, they broke. They broke. So that's going to be the battle, guys. Amazing, amazing fight for the pros. They handled that very, very well. They used the village as a defensive position. The Fall of the Samurai Pro used his guns, used his spear levy, and just obliterated the army. And then once he held back that one noob army, he sent over reserves, and they did this well-executed charge against the noobs from both the red noob, or I'm sorry, the red pro and the Fall of the Samurai, the blue pro. It's just an excellent timed charge. Some highlights from the noobs. Great initial charge from the red noob who just charged in and did a ton of damage to some gunners. Honestly, that looked really concerning for the pros. But also shout out to the green noob, which we'll look at the player names here soon. But the green noob who charged in with his cav, unfortunately didn't do as much damage as he would like. But still, I think it was a great, well-timed charge. Maybe if he charged him in a little sooner. I don't know. It's tough to say because red kind of got his cav out of there, which opened it up for the noob green cav to go in. There's a lot of fun moments in this that could have easily have gone either way in this battle. So I really enjoyed this. If you like Shogun 2, let me know by liking the video, guys, because Shogun 2 for some reason doesn't get as much love in terms of views. So yeah, just let me know if you want to see more pros versus noob battles in Shogun 2. Let's go ahead and end the replay and check out the kills. All right, this is a classic Shogun 2 little glitch here. This is not me. It always just puts my avatar logo as, I don't know, the top guy here, but LeBurn getting 2,423 kills. Now, that is the vanilla army, the red army for the pros. Fred here, Fred 2, he was the Fall of the Samurai player. He definitely struggled at the beginning, but he started to turn it around near the end of the battle. Then looking at the noobs, or the average players, pretty good job. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect two players to have kills over 1,000. So they did a great job there. Yeah, I mean, a little couple mistakes here and there. It was a very close battle, but it was a lot of fun to watch. So, and I think we can look at the stats here. Oh yeah, we can look at the stats of every player, I'm pretty sure, and you can see the kills. So I'm just gonna slowly scroll through. I don't like how Shogun 2 shows the end results. It's much better in Rome 2 and Attila. Much cleaner. But yeah, these are the kills and the units that were all present in the battle. And I don't want to leave you hanging here, so you can see who did great. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this battle and this little, field battle of Shogun 2. If you want to see more Shogun 2, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot. And I'll see you next time on the battlefield.